Well, moving on, India's armed forces braved inhospitable terrain to bring out their yoga mats and join the celebrations. ITBP jawans flexing their muscles and performing yoga at 14,000 feet in Ladakh was a sight to behold. Yoga festivities were conducted on INS Vikramaditya and even on the deck of aircraft carrier INS Virat in Mumbai. Take a look at this story.
The army from 18,000 feet in freezing snow. The Navy from her largest craft, the Vikramaditya. The Air Force from the Air Force Base. And the Coast Guard from her pride. The nation's defenders showed the world how it's done. The BSF, the NDRF, the CRPF and even the NIA.
प्यार जो है बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है, तो मैं तो अपने अधिकारियों को कहता ही रहता हूँ कि वो डिस्ट्रेस करें, इसका प्रयोग करें, डिस्ट्रेस करें अपने आप को.
It was a day when India practiced as one. It was a day when her defenders led by example.
योगा का महत्व इतना है कि मानसिक और शारीरिक तौर पर तालमेल बनाने के लिए योगा और प्राणायाम दोनों ही बहुत जरूरी हैं.
Those who protect the nation came together once more under the umbrella of World Yoga Day 2017. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, yoga seems to be India's most influential and popular export all over the globe. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi played a very important role in getting 21st June as being declared as the International Yoga Day. Well, Prime Minister has again led the Yoga Day celebration, this time from Lucknow. Even rains couldn't stop and dampen the mood at the Ramabai Ambedkar Park. Elsewhere, Amit Shah matched Baba Ramdev's steps for the yoga in Ahmedabad.
The two most vivid images from this morning of two of the most powerful men in India. One on the mat, the other performing rigorous yoga on the stage. Both among the millions who got up early for the World Yoga Day. In Lucknow, thousands had reached the yoga venue before dawn. But incessant rain since last night threatened their Surya Namaskar. But the chief guest, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, arrived on time, accompanied with the other saffron champion, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath.
योग का तो महत्व है ही है, लेकिन अगर बारिश आ जाए तो योग मेट का भी कैसे उपयोग हो सकता है, योग दरी का उपयोग कैसे हो सकता है, ये भी लखनऊ वालों ने दिखा दिया. योग जो शरीर, मन, बुद्धि को जोड़ता है, वो योग आज विश्व को अपने साथ जोड़ने में बहुत बड़ी अहम भूमिका अदा कर रहा है.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी मंच से अब प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं.
Unmindful of the showers, Modi soon began performing asanas. He began with the traditional Nadi Shodhana pranayam, switching soon to Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Next was Shalabhasana, the grasshopper pose. More asanas followed, including the Vrikshikasana, the Setu Bandhasana, the Pavan Muktasana, and ended with the traditional Vajrasana. Meanwhile, Amit Shah joined Baba Ramdev, who had started at 5 a.m. at the GMDC grounds in Ahmedabad. Shah was put through some grueling moments by the yoga guru.
अमित भाई जी ने अपना वजन भी कम किया है और बाहर से जो अपना राजनीतिक वजन है उसको इतना बढ़ा लिया है कि उससे बहुत लोगों की नींद उड़ गई है. उनको अनुलोम विलोम जरूर करना चाहिए.
For the third year running, the Modi government was on an overdrive for the Prime Minister's pet scheme. 74 central ministers fanned out to 74 cities to push the yoga agenda as one of their biggest accomplishments. With Shweta Jha in Ahmedabad and Neha Bhatam in Lucknow, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, yoga might have its origin in India, but it now belongs to the entire world. In commemoration of the 3rd International Yoga Day, countries across the world joined in celebrations from the Central Park in New York to Connaught Place in New Delhi. Celebrations are, in fact, were in over 150 countries across the globe, from China's Great Wall to Britain's London Eye. Yoga enthusiasts perform asanas at iconic landmarks. London's Trafalgar Square was beaming with sunshine. It felt as if the sun did special honours to make sure no one has to look for him for Surya Namaskar on the Yoga Day. Thousands gathered for yoga session at the Trafalgar Square. All right, from now yoga, moving to the story that we are getting in from Jammu and Kashmir. Did official apathy cost lives of Jammu and Kashmir Police SHO Firoz Dar and 5 of his colleagues? Jammu and Kashmir Police officer Firoz Dar, who was killed in a terror attack along with 5 other colleagues of his, was facing constant threats and has requested a bulletproof vehicle several times, which was not provided to him till his death. Dar was on the terror radar for several months since his posting in Shopian and Anantnag town. Last year, during the protest, senior police officers said Dar had managed to survive a great attack in Sherbagh area of Anantnag town as well. According to the sources, Jammu and Kashmir Police has shortage of bulletproof vehicles. This year, the department is procuring around 24 such vehicles. Meanwhile, sources say Centre is worried about Jammu and Kashmir Police having shortage of bulletproof vehicles. However, Centre believes the matter lies in the hands of the state government. So could this brave police officer and his colleagues, could they have been saved if the centre and the administration would have heed to their demands? Shuja ul Haq, my colleague, is now joining me from Srinagar. We are also being joined by editor Sudhir Ranjan Sen, who is joining us from New Delhi. Coming to you first, Shuja. This is extremely disturbing in a place where all these security forces, including the Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Army, the CRPF, are braving bullets, stones, grenades every single day. An officer who is on the terror radar denied a bulletproof vehicle.
Well, that's right. In fact, this is a perfect example of how official apathy has perhaps cost them their lives. Now, what we know so far is that Firoz Ahmed Dar was a very active, cop when it comes to sort of dealing with situations on the ground in his areas. And that perhaps was also the reason why he was on the target of, the militants. In fact, he had last year, survived a grenade attack, which apparently was targeted at him and his men only. Now, what we know is that he had unofficially many times communicated to his, superiors and asked them for a bulletproof vehicle for his police station, but that did not happen. On the fateful day when that attack took place, he was traveling along with his colleagues in a non-bulletproof vehicle, and it was inside the vehicle that they were virtually showered by bullets, which sort of took their lives.
Yes.
Now, their family and all the other colleagues are unofficially saying that this is a grave matter which perhaps should be taken up at the highest level.
Should just stay on with me. Let me get in Sudhi at this point of time. Sudhi, the Ministry of Home Affairs, which says there is so much money is being pumped in Jammu and Kashmir. The weapons of the Jammu and Kashmir Police and other security forces are one of the best that soldiers have in this country. Despite that, there is shortage of equipment, basic equipment. This police officer was killed in his own car. Possibly a bulletproof vehicle would have saved his life and life of his other colleagues, those who were traveling with him. Is there, concern as far as the Ministry of Home Affairs is concerned? Are there any programs so that at least in future lives are not lost?
Well, yes, I mean, there is definitely concern, but let me also add that the classic bureaucracy passing the buck from one to the other is also there. Nonetheless, what we are getting to hear is that on an urgent or an emergency basis, the Jammu and Kashmir police has raised a demand for additional 100 bulletproof vehicles, and those are going to be delivered to them by September, which then is again going to get distributed to the most disturbed or the most areas that are likely to be most violent. And therefore, in future, perhaps officers like Dar are going to have a line of protection. This is the development that has happened. But that said, one must also, keep a focus on the, bureaucratic, passing the buck. Because what we are getting to hear is that it should have come from the Jammu and Kashmir police, from the Jammu and Kashmir administration. The ministry is here to provide, whatever assistance that it needs. These are the kind of stuff that you get to hear to, so that people do not get blamed. But that said, yes, there is concern, and finally things have moved.
Yes.
And you are going to get about 100 more vehicles.
Well, things are moving, but a little too late for this brave police officer. And as Sudhi was saying, this bureaucratic hassle has to be done away if these brave Jawans have to be backed properly by the establishment and the security forces. Thank you so much, Sudhi and Shuja, for joining us with all those details.